Hi, everybody. Welcome to another wonderful episode of Sit Downs with City Lifestyle Vegas Edition. I have here today Sandy Shaw and John Brady. They are with Greenline West, and Greenline West is a company that I came across late last year in 2025, and I was so surprised by the designs and the transformation of spaces that they are capable of doing. So first, I want to hear from Sandy. She calls herself the magician. She also is the one who founded Greenline West, right? Sandy, tell us a little bit about yourself and the idea and the vision behind it.
That's wonderful. First of all, I want to say that we work in a secret society. It's this whole industry of woodworking that really the general population has no idea even exists. Mm-hmm. But we are a specialty distributor. We bring products to market that you've never seen before. So if you think about normal distribution, they sell commodity products, things like at Home Depot. But if you want products that are truly remarkable that you've never seen anywhere else, then you come to us.
And what kind of products are you talking about?
We kind of have three pillars, and we kind of under our umbrella, we have architectural panels. Mm-hmm. So if you're thinking wall cladding or cabinetry, and then we also have millwork, so moldings and millwork of all kinds. And then finally, we have decking and cladding products.
Decking and cladding. What is decking and cladding? I mean, I know decking because you do decks, right? What about cladding? What's cladding?
So cladding would be TNG that's on the ceiling or on the walls generally. Mm-hmm. And one thing that we've really noticed lately is that the modern style of architecture is very, very cold. And there's this big idea of biophilic design. Yeah. And the idea is bringing the outside in to make the spaces warmer and more comfortable.
More natural.
More natural.
John, how long have you been working with Greenline?
I've been with Greenline West since 2020. I'm coming on my 6th year this year.
Wow.
So I started in the warehouse and I worked my way into sales, and now I manage the sales team, and Sandy and I partner on all the big ideas. So when it comes from customer outreach, I handle customers very well. Mm-hmm. And we have a beautiful showroom here in Las Vegas that I will
It's stunning.
Tours, and we have samples. We have modeled walls that we can show our customers, and kind of you can pick your style. So we have different claddings and wall coverings, and we call ourselves the cladding experts of Las Vegas.
I love that. I love that. And so you guys do work with then wood. What else? What are the other materials that are involved in your creations?
So primarily wood, but we also have products like there's a product we just brought in, millboard, which is, we do sell a lot of products that go exterior that need refinishing. We also have a product that has no need for refinishing. So it's a limestone base with a rubber face, and everything is face screwed. It's really cool product, multiple colors. And then we have a aluminum cladding system that you can customize with LEDs and wood accents, and you can powder coat it to whatever color you want, depending on what the style and colorway that you are working with in the project.
So you guys can blend materials and colors, correct?
Yes.
Absolutely. I kind of tell people that if you can bring me your Pinterest dreams, I can make it come true. Like if you bring me the big idea, we can actually show you products and make that vision come true.
So who designs these projects?
We work with a variety of different customers. So like on a hotel job, there's a high-end architecture designer involved, and they'll come to us with a design intent.
Okay.
But they don't necessarily know how to bring that vision forward to life.
Got it. So you partner then with architects and designers.
Yep. And then also local contractors, local custom home builders, and even homeowners.
And can you give us some examples of recent projects that you guys have worked on? Because I know you guys have worked with some brands like Starbucks and what else?
Very recently was the remodel down at the Silverton. They were redoing their entire pool area, and the architect wanted to do some reclaimed wood, but reclaimed wood doesn't last in our desert. And so they came to us with a design intent, and then we were able to offer them some thermally modified products of wood that could go outside and last. And that was a truly beautiful project. John, why don't you tell them about the 2 show homes we did last year?
So last year we were involved in the New American Home, which is every year at the IBS show, they will take a model home and they will put all of the new cool products in this home to kind of showcase. So we have pretty much every wood product in that house is part of either our design directly or working directly with designers to use our products to bring it to life.
Wow.
So, and then a few doors down, we did the Vista Serena showcase, and we had walls, we had headboards, we had ceilings, all using different versions of our product. So with what we can do, we have a level of customizability that is typically unseen in this industry. So a lot of this is done with the woodworkers on site cutting and milling. We bring that back to our factory, at our partner factory in South Carolina, where we can do custom veneer packages and custom veneer faces and rip and turn and make a really intricate design.
I love all that. And, I was super surprised when I went to your showroom when I did the tour. And there is a section of the showroom, I think it's the second building, and you guys have some tables with the laser cut work that you're able to do. And it is phenomenal, outstanding. I don't even have the words to describe how special your work is.
So the story about that whole laser cut thing, the owner of the mill used to work with Gulfstream jets. And if you buy an $80 million jet, you get to customize the veneer on your bulkhead. And he decided that technology shouldn't just be for billionaires, that the general public should be able to do that too. And so he launched this whole laser cut veneer line. One of the really cool things for the Serena Vista was a 16-foot by 20-foot custom headboard.
Wow.
And it consisted of 16 4x4 squares that were all laser cut veneers. And in working with the designer one-on-one to create a vision and a rendering and then a mock-up and then to actually see it in real life, it was truly stunning.
Yeah, we did the kaleidoscope design on that one where we can take the grain and we can put it into a pattern that gives you a really cool and geometric design.
What has been the most basic work that you guys have done? Because then my follow-up question, just preparing you, is what's been the most intricate and complex work that you've done? Just so we can, because it's a little, challenging to talk about what you do without being able to show pictures or images here in our episode. So I just want to be able to maybe describe to our listeners so they can start getting a visual of the possibilities.
So I'd say the most basic work we do is molding packages. Like somebody comes in and they want some custom base. They don't want primed MDF. They want quality hardwood moldings. We'll do that. Also basic, I would say, would be a wall that's cladded in wood or a ceiling. Like let's say you have an outdoor covered patio and you want to put some wood on the ceiling. That would be the most basic. And then what would you say would be our most elaborate?
Oh, man. I had done a podcast studio for one of our local podcast studios, and we used our Lenarte product, which is it's our powder coated aluminum, and it went across an entire back wall. There was 2 monitors inlaid, and they did about 68 LEDs across the entire wall.
68 LEDs.
68 LEDs.
Wow.
It was a seemingly never-ending project, but
But they wanted it spaced.
Perfectly. Everything needed to be aligned. I assisted a lot of the install, and we used a local contractor to get it all done. And then Sandy had a really cool project at the South Point where she did these inlays, but Sandy can tell you about that.
So we meet with the designer, and she's like, I want like a French Renaissance, like white and gold and scrolly work. And she wanted these plantons that were like corners to go on the ceiling in the 4 corners with molding, and she wanted it to look really French. And so we went through every catalog that exists for pre-made carved wood moldings for corners, and I just couldn't find anything that met her spec. There's a couple of companies, but a lot of their stuff is really rustic, or it's got pineapples or grapes, and that wasn't the look she went to.
Right.
So we go to the meeting, and I say to her, I said, I know what you want, but it doesn't exist. But don't worry about it. I can commission an artist to design one, and then we can cast it to make 200. And she's like, you can't do that. And I'm like, sure I can.
I'm the magician.
Right? So we leave the meeting, and Shannon, my daughter, who's also a sales rep and works with me, she's like, you don't have an artist. It's all right. We'll figure it out. And then we did. Another fun job that we did was the Venetian has this outdoor eating area, and it's on the strip. And they had designed this covered gazebo type thing to create some shade. And they had picked metal that looked like faux wood. But it was west facing, and they were concerned that it would get too hot and customers would touch it and burn themselves.
Yeah, liability right there.
And so they came to us and said, can you make wood look like metal pretending to be wood? And so they gave us a sample, and we had to engineer a sample. So it was a really creative special finish, but we veneer wrapped all the post in wood that was made to look like metal.
Wow, that's impressive.
And that was like 3 or 4 years ago, and it still is standing there today.
Still standing there.
But
Looks
the casinos are for sure the most demanding.
Yeah.
We had a job for some millwork for the Venetian, and it was very complicated because they had these long corridors, and they wanted to take out some cabinetry and replace it with moldings. And so it had to match exact. It's going in the same run. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to give me a sample so I can match it. And they're like, that's just not possible. So I'm like, all right, can I come in and you could take the piece off and I can trace it and you can put it back? And so that's actually what we did. I had to go there at 10 o'clock at night.
Wow.
So they could remove a piece of molding. I took a tracing, and then they put it back. And then at 4 a.m., they had painters come in and paint it.
Wow.
And it was like this little tiny stack of moldings for a lot of money. It was like crazy what they require. Worse than that is where the cabinets were, it had blocked some wallpaper from being faded. So they had to commission wallpaper people to create wallpaper that looked aged to match the wallpaper.
That's
that was,
insane.
Like, just crazy.
That
like
is insane.
You would like the normal person would never have any idea of what's involved in creating, building, and maintaining these massive casinos and the spaces.
So how long has Greenline West been in existence?
This is our 10th year.
10-year anniversary!
Yes, our 10th year anniversary.
Congratulations!
So when we started in 2016, it was just me. And I will tell you, it's a lot more fun with a lot more people.
And you are such an outstanding leader. Just getting to know you for these past few months of working together, you are really exceptional because you bring your team together. Everything is about the team. It's about the group. It's about, what can we do to be better? How can we grow together? And you uplift one another. And that is one of the most fascinating things about your personality and how you conduct your business. How did you get to this place?
I've worked in a lot of places, and as I was over 20 years in outside sales calling on companies. So I've been in thousands of companies, and I've worked for many companies. And when you walk into a place and it just feels like all the air has been sucked out of the building and all the life, and you wait till you get out so you can breathe again. And I was determined that our place was not going to be like that, that it was going to be a place that would inspire creativity and growth and achievement. And that's something that I hold dearly.
Yeah. And, I went to visit you the first time, being me, clueless. I didn't really understand what you did. And, you walked me through it very carefully and strategically. And then you wanted me to come in a second time to meet your team. And they didn't really believe in magazines anymore because of their age, right?
Right.
But then as I explained to them everything that we do and what we could do together, they were on board. So now we are a team helping Greenline West tell their story in the community. And I'm so honored to have you guys as partners.
Well, we got to say that we didn't sign up for a magazine. We signed up for you.
Oh,
because you really bring a great energy and great ideas and vision for us, especially for us because we're brand new at at the
Marketing
marketing
arena.
that part.
Yeah.
Yes, we've kind of always called on architects, designers, construction, all at the top level, but not at the bottom level.
Yeah.
And you promised me that if I put an ad in the paper, that I wouldn't get any calls for 3 months, and you're a liar because we already got a call.
Yes.
Oh my
So
God!
it's fun when
so happy.
when people come, we'll be like, "How did you hear about us?" And he goes, "Oh, I saw you in an ad, and it looks like you do accent walls." And I'm like, "Yes,
That's
So,
amazing.
You know, trying to be able to tell the story of
That's
what we
great.
do.
When
That
are we
was
signing
really-
up for the second magazine then?
Right.
That's right. That's right. I did promise
Getting
you. We get a
returned
couple
already.
of orders in.
That's
we will be
awesome.
expanding.
I'm so happy to
yeah.
hear that, Sandy. And your article even hasn't come out yet.
I know. We look
Look
forward
at
to that.
Yeah.
Wow, in 10 years, what a milestone.
Yeah, one thing I also like about our company is that we say that we're like small but mighty, but we come up with these big crazy ideas
Yeah.
and then we make them come to life. So we had our first Wooden Fury event last November? And we invited all of our suppliers into town, and then we invited our customers to come see the latest and greatest new products. And it was like a product expo.
I would love to have that same event, but different, for all the other magazine partners.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Let's do that. But we'll talk about that after our podcast. But because we still have a few minutes left, so I really want to focus on your art, because it is really an art, right? And so you guys talked a lot about works for casinos, jobs at casinos. So what about the homes? You also mentioned wood paneling for what is it called? Oh my God, my Portuguese sometimes. Like the bed, wood frame.
Yes, like a big
Yes.
headboard, a 16
Headboard,
by
thank
20
you.
foot
Yeah.
headboard.
Yeah.
It's stunning. You can go to our website, greenlinewest.com, check
Yeah.
out the gallery, and there's lots of stunning photos on there.
Well, what have people done to their homes using your vision and your magic?
Talk about the new thing with all the saunas. Sauna's the big,
Oh,
big thing.
Sauna.
I do a lot of work with our custom home builders in town. And so one thing that I see a lot in these custom homes is having a ceiling that goes from indoors and outdoors, and then having a sauna. So we're seeing a lot of direction towards sauna. And so I've taken on a lot of the responsibility on the saunas, and we can provide you a custom sauna. You can set out an area in your home for a sauna or a cold plunge area, and we can put up some cool wood. We did one in the Vista Serena showcase, and I'm seeing them on nearly every project now.
Saunas in Las Vegas?
Yeah, like it's not hot enough
It's
already.
Oh, my stars.
It's so good for your health.
I know.
And we don't go outside. But the Vista Serena was cool because I walked the house talking about ideas, and he had a wellness center where they were going to do yoga. And then he had a closet, and I'm like, "Where's the sauna?" And he goes, "Oh, I didn't think about that." So we made his closet into a sauna.
How
It was a small one, but it was
fun.
super cool
Yeah.
with some nice. We have thermally modified wood for the saunas specifically for the application, and then we added some nice accent lights, and it was really stunning.
Yeah.
So what's next? What's next for Greenline West? I'm like so excited for you guys.
Well, we have redone our showrooms. We've created a beautiful space for our products to kind of to show themselves off, and then we've geared up some of our salespeople and our marketing girl and our spec reps so we can go attack the city and take over a lot of these large projects. So I think what's next for Greenline is just to find our stride. So I think we've set ourselves up for some extreme growth, and now we're going to set sail. We're bringing in new products all the time. We've been doing this for some time, and now we get reached out by other custom companies. Like we have organic wallpaper company that has reached out to us due to our exposure in these custom walls. So we're
I love that.
always entertaining some new products. And
Yeah,
being able
and
to,
it was the biophilic idea that
Yes.
Sandy mentioned earlier, right? So I know that you guys have a couple of samples in your showroom of wallpaper that actually has flowers in them,
Yeah.
or
I have
you
one in
know,
my
It's
office.
leaves.
organic wallpaper made from the flowers that grow in the hills of Austria.
Wow.
Like you can hear the sound of music, right?
That is so special, guys.
It is
I'm
very
so honored to have you as partners in the community and the magazine. And I mean, you have I mean, the ad has, 2 months and you already got a call. That is like,
Yeah.
wow,
Fantastic.
phenomenal. And the best is yet to come. People are just starting to get the name Greenline in front of them.
Well,
so.
and it is a brand new direction for us. We've never marketed to homeowners. So we have these high-end products for commercial use, and now we're like, hey, homeowners, you have access to this too. And that's brand new.
Well, and even through you at your networking event, I reconnected with a designer that I had worked with when she was with a custom home builder in town. And turns out we have products, and I'm already working on a project with her.
Look at that.
Here in town.
That is a second project in
That's
my
a second
book. I'm
project.
going to call you next week.
And so we reconnected at your networking
That's
event,
wonderful.
and we're kind of trying to get the customer back in line with what her design intent was. And I think she's got a really cool ad in the March issue. So
Yeah, very good.
you've got some good partners.
Heavy hitters, man. I only work with the best in class, and you guys are here to prove it,
We're
right?
honored.
Yeah,
right.
very good. Well, thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you,
you.
John, for being here. Oh, before I wrap up, hello. You mentioned the website. Can you please repeat the website and the phone number and when you guys are open?
Yeah.
Instagram handle.
We're open Monday through Friday. We open up at 7 a.m. We close at about 4. Website is greenlinewest.com. And you can call us at 702-680-4300.
Wonderful.
We'll get to our front desk, and you get in touch with Sandy or I or one of our sales guys, and
We'll set you up.
we'll set you up.
And what's your Instagram handle?
I think Sandy knows that one. I want to say it's just Greenline West.
Okay, let's look for Greenline West, people. You will find them. They're the only one in town who does what they do, create magic in your home and your business. So thanks so much for watching today's episode. It really has been an honor to have them. And thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. I know you have so many people to listen to, and I'm so glad you tuned in to us because, we only bring the best of Las Vegas to you. So see you next time. Stay tuned. Bye.